Well, there has been report from a close long friend of P.Diddy that he had a knife put on his throat and ran up in his cell and they took his shit. It says, accordingly to his longtime friend Charlucci Finney, Sean Diddy Combs was nearly killed in prison when an inmate entered his cell and put a knife to his throat. Finley detailed the chilling encounter in an interview with the Daily Mail on October 22, 2025, stating that Combs woke up to the weapon at his neck. Key details from the report include the incident. The inmate allegedly approached Combs while he was asleep at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. The outcome. It is unclear whether Combs fought the assault off or if guards intervened, but Combs survived the encounter. A possible warning. Finley speculated that the incident was meant to be an act of intimidation rather than an actual murder attempt. Noting that if the inmate had intended to kill him, it would have happened instantly. Previous concerns. This alleged attack follows early reports of threats against Combs. His lawyers had previously told the judge during his sentencing hearing that a correctional officer had stopped another inmate carrying a makeshift knife or shank, who was reportedly targeting Combs. Combs' lawyers have also repeatedly raised concerns about his safety in the Brooklyn facility. The incident repeatedly adds to the already tense situation Combs faces in prison, where those convicted of sex crimes like Combs can be at a heightened risk. Combs was sentenced to 50 months in federal prison on October 3, 2025, after convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. What do you expect? What he thought? He thought he was going to go to prison and he was going to go ahead and, go on a vacation and be there where everybody's going to respect him and show him love and loyalty and show him the most kindness and paradise vacation in the world. Let me tell you something. When you go to prison, that's a whole total different world. From jail, from the county, prison is a whole total different world. And I'm going to tell you, just to clarify this, they don't care if you famous. They don't care if you're a famous producer, a movie star, an actor, a basketball player, a football player. They don't care that about in prison. In prison, you're not important. You're not special. You're just another inmate that's a number. That's it. So for him to think that he was going to go ahead and do these 50 months, which he ain't got too much to go. He's already been in jail for 2 years or something. So he's probably going to do about a year. Or if President Trump's to give him partisanship, he'll end up doing about a year. So he'll be out at the ending of 2026. Piece of cake. That's not nothing compared to 10, 15, 20, 30 years in prison or in federal prison. So let me just break it down to you. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different environment. It's a different catastrophe when you enter them prison gates. And if you don't know how to fight, if you don't know how to defend yourself, if you don't know how to protect yourself, and if you don't become somebody's, to have protection, you were always going to have to watch your back. Whatever you do, wherever you go, keep your eyes open and sleep with one eye open, because they are not going to let loose. They are not going to give you a break. Prison is like being in a war zone. It's like being in the twilight zone in hell. There's nothing pretty. There's nothing peaceful or any type of tranquility when it comes to prison. If they know that you're going in jail with these type of charges, the officers, the COs are going to let the inmates know so the inmates can whoop your ass. And that's a fact. Don't ask me how I know about this. I just know about this. Okay? So P. Diddy, he's no exception. He gonna get his ass whooped from time to time. Unless he pays for protection. And if he pays for protection, you best believe the same person that he's paying for protection for is gonna whoop his ass too. Why? Because he's not gonna like his charges at the same time. So he got away. There was just an intimidation act. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they really wanted to take him out, they would have taken him out right there and then. So hopefully, this man better pray that Donald Trump gets him out on partisanship, because that year and tough change that he has to do is going to be hell. All that bad persona and acting tough and acting bad that I'm this and I'm that shit don't work in federal prison. You got nothing but big criminals, big drug lords, gang members that I don't even want to go into detail. It's not the place to be. You understand what I'm saying? And they will keep their eyes on you 24/7. You can't even breathe without somebody not seeing you breathe. And be careful, because when you think that you pay for the right protection, that protection can turn on you and scar you right up. This man is not safe. So no matter how much concerns the lawyers try to ask for to remove this man, he's always going to end up somewhere until his sentence is finished in a war zone where people are going to, they're going to try him. They're going to intimidate him. They're going to disrespect him. They're going to slap him up. They're going to punch him up. They're going to go ahead and go nuts on this man. If not, he's going to be tested every chance that they can test him. Trust me on that one. This man right here deserves everything he gets. Every ass whooping or everything that they decide to do, he's going to get it. Believe me when I tell you that. Because there is no way in hell that they're going to let this man just have the most peacefulest time doing his time. There's no such thing of doing peaceful time when you in prison. When you in prison, you got to stay in your P's and Q's. You got to watch over your back and your shoulder. You got to keep your eyes open. You got to be ready for anything and whatever, because anything can pop off at any given second. They don't care that he's Puff Daddy. They don't care that he's the producer and he produced and he was down with Biggie Smalls and other big time artists. They laugh at that type of shit. And since they know that this man has a lot of money, you best believe somebody is gonna reach out. Hey, you need protection? I got you, dawg. Hey, dawg, you need protection? I got you, dawg. And to whoever he says no to, it's gonna be a problem. And they're gonna whoop his ass. And they're gonna make him beg for his life. They're gonna put their feet and their knee up in his neck and break his arms and break his feet. Man, federal prison and prison ain't no joke, bruh. This man entered a world that he never wanted to be in, but because of what he's done, he deserves every bit of it. He got away with it for 30-something to 40 years. Now he has to pay for the consequences and repercussions of his sins and for what he has done throughout his career and lifetime. Ain't nobody in there gonna feel sorry for him. Ain't nobody in there gonna condone him. Ain't nobody there gonna go ahead and risk their life to protect them and guide them and protect them, unless if he break them dollar bills. That's how it goes in prison. That's how it goes in the federal prison. Ain't nobody gonna put their life on the line if you ain't gonna break them off, bro. Break me off a piece of that funk, like the song says. And knowing that they know the type of individual that this man is, they're going to make his life a living hell. Trust me and believe me, they're going to make this man cry. They're going to make this man suffer. They're going to torture this man. They're going to do everything in their power to humiliate this man. Right now, as I'm probably doing this video, they probably right now doing a shakedown on his ass. Slapping his ass up, punching his ass up, making him, what? The bitch that he really is. All that gangster persona, all that killer persona, they don't care about that in prison, bruh. If you ain't about that, and if you don't show that you know how to fight, and if you don't square up when it's time to get on that box, oh, you in trouble, bruh. Believe me when I tell you. So all this, what the Lords are asking for, please remove him. We're really concerned about his life. We're really concerned of his safety. Man, listen. The judge don't care about that. The state don't care about that. The federal government don't care about that. They already gave that man his time. So he better be a man. He better put his head up and put his pants up and walking like a motherfucking man and take whatever comes, because it ain't no stopping. And the only way that this nightmare will go away is when he finishes his sentence, or if Donald Trump gets some partisanship. That's the only way. Besides that, this man is going to be tormented, disrespected, tried, beat up, slapped up, and even might turn him into a, what you call a swag. Swag. The term swag comes from prison, for those who don't know. It means when a man in federal prison or prison have their prison pants uniform, roped up, you know how you fold them up, showing your ass crack. That means that you are swag. That means that you are a bocce boy. That means that you're looking for a husband in prison or a boyfriend in prison. That's what a swag is. So when I hear people saying, yeah, look at my swagger. So you trying to tell me that you're queer? That you a punk? That term came from prison. The word swag. It's men that grab their pants uniform and they fold them up to show their ass crack, and that just shows that you are, that you're gay or homosexual or bisexual, or you're looking for a man in prison. So they probably gonna make P.Diddy a swag in there. And since he likes men, you never know. He might find a boyfriend or a pimp daddy there that's gonna pimp him out and protect him. You never know. But these are just the circumstances, and these are the repercussions, and these are the in and outs that this man will go through in federal prison. And believe me when I tell you, it is not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be in his favor, and it's not gonna be a humble place to be at while he's doing his sentence. They're going to make sure that this man understands what it means to be in there, and the consequences of being in there, and the trials and tribulations that he will go through being in there. Besides that, he's just gonna have to man up and take whatever comes, bruh. Because there ain't no such thing as somebody coming to your rescue to keep you safe, to keep you alive, to keep you away and distance away from problems or from beef or from any type of trouble that is going to come along your way. That is the life in prison, and that's the life in federal prison. You understand what I'm saying? And you might not even know. It might be the officers that engage that torturement and that suffering and that persona of you going through all that beef, because they're the ones who have the power to make anything happen. So just imagine you with your charges and knowing that it was minors involved. Oh man, they're gonna make your life a living hell, bro. You best believe that, Mr. Sean Combs, and you deserve every bit of it, bro. So if you don't man up, and if you don't put up your hands and defend yourself, they're gonna take advantage of you like you have never been taken advantage of, my brother. And watch out, because you might become somebody's girlfriend in there. I'm just letting you know. There's your boy Chico Black. Y'all leave y'all comments down below. Peace.